Hi, Dr. Marianne here. This is video number 8. I'm going to go right to letter I. This is private instruction for those with a paid subscription. So thank you for your participation and your interest to learn, to help kids learn to read. So we always want to say the picture, the letter sound, and then the letter name. It's Igloo, I. Igloo, I. Igloo, I. And we can trace the I. Uppercase I, lowercase I. Uppercase I, lowercase I. Uppercase I, lowercase I. If you want to put rice or glitter on your cover, that's good tactile. So here we have a leaf, and you have a pop-out. This is pop-out card number 3, and it tells you to pop out this inchworm. This is for the letter I. So we're going to pop it out. And look at how the little head goes here. Now it's interesting, the tail's going to go here. So the thing about our inchworm, we're going to fold it. It crawls very slowly, inch by inch. So have your glue stick out. And let's glue the nose of our inchworm. And let's glue the tail of our inchworm right like that. Inchworms, they like to go on leaves, right? Okay, so for the sake of turning the page, I'm going to just smush it down a little bit, make it easier to turn. Now we have words that start with I or I, like igloo. Okay, so that was our picture on the cover. We have a candle. We're going to circle all the pictures that start with I, like igloo. So get your fat crayons out. Candle, Indian, doll, sock, snowflake, house, invitation, strawberry, pencil, igloo. An igloo is a house where the Eskimos live, and it's made of ice. Scarf, peas, butterfly, Eskimo, inchworm. There's our inchworm. Notice how it's different from a caterpillar in our previous book, because it has a long body and it goes inch by inch. Drum, ill, and coffee. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words that started with I. And look at the number 2, we have our inchworm right there. So now we're going to learn to write the letter I. Get your fat pencil out and hold it low. We're going to go from the top to the bottom, a line on the red and a line on the green. Our lowercase starts at the yellow line down. Okay, this is called a dot formation. So we're going to trace, see, the dots are right here, down, red, green, down, red, green, down, red, green, down, red, green. Those are the upper and the lower colors of the full line. Down, red, green. Down, red, green. You could say it out loud, or you could say it inside of your head. Down, red, green. You want everybody writing your letters the same way. Down. Okay. Now we're going to have a little bit more support. And then we only have a dot. We're not tracing anymore. Go to the dot. Down, red, green. down, red, green, down, red, green. It got a little crooked because of my caterpillar in there. Down, red, or my inchworm, sorry. Down, red, green. We're just going to do a bunch of these. It's going to get in our memory, in our motor memory, in our hand memory, okay? Down, red, green. A little bit of tracing. Now we're going to do it by memory. Down, red, green. Try to make your line down very straight. Hold your pencil down to the bottom like this. This is our special pencil grip. Takes lots of practice to make a firm line. Down, red, green, down, red, green. This is a very fun book. I think you'll really like it. I'm going to just slide this up so you could see me trace. This book always has us start with tracing, then we're on our own. Down, red, green, down, red, green, down, red, green. Okay? You got it. This is muscle memory, and it helps in your brain when you write and you say it. You could also say I. Okay, so give yourself a nice happy face. Good job. Now we're going to do the lowercase. I always make a crease in my books, whether I'm reading them or whether I'm writing, because I don't want them to be bubbly. So this is to trace right here. Now we're going to do the lowercase. And look at this little 4 is a ladybug. You know what that is for I? Insect. I'm going to write it. Insect. Yeah, that's your insect. So we're going to trace and a dot. Trace and a dot. Start with the circle, go down and dot. Go down and dot. Go down and dot. We're still tracing. It's a lighter line, but I'm still tracing. Down. I'm tracing this whole top row. Go to the next row. Down and dot. Down and dot. Down and dot. Oops, so sorry, we got these big erasers for a reason. Down and dot, down and dot. Now we're going to start with the circle and go down. Straight down with the dot, straight down with the dot, straight down with the dot. If that inchworm bothers you underneath on the other first page, you could take it out just for now. I'm going to leave mine in. Now we're going to trace a little bit more. Down and dot, down and dot, down and dot. So try to go all the way down to the green, all the way down to the green line. And we dot it above the yellow line, just a little bit above the yellow line. And then we have our last row. Now we're going to do uppercase and lowercase. So first draw the line and do the red and green. Remember? Down and dot. First do the line and do the red and green. Down and dot. First do the line, then do the red and green. Down and dot. Now we're not tracing, we're on our own. There we go. Go all the way to the green line. Red and green. Down and dot. A couple more. Red and green. Down and dot. Good job. Now, every time you finish, you can give yourself a big happy face. Or your mom or your parent can do that for you. So this is a very fun page talking about lids. Lids. This is a rectangle. This is a square. And this is a rectangle. So box sizes are very different. So get your little scissors out. Like I've taught you before, we're going to cut on the dotted line to make our piece that we're working with manageable. Okay, after you cut that piece off, then we're going to cut again. Parents, this is executive functioning. I'm just going to try to cut out some of this white space, okay? And I throw my trash right into my trash can right next to me. Okay, so here we have a square lid. We could trim it up nicely. And we have, okay, we're going to cut the edge off here. Cut this small rectangle. Now, do you see how one rectangle is wider and this rectangle is longer but narrower? Now they're called lids, and the letter I is in the middle. I is a vowel, and I is in the middle of a lot of words. So here we go. What lid would, so imagine this is open right here, and this is where you'd put your toys. We're going to put the lid right on there. So get your glue stick out. Just give it a little dab. Now, imagine you're putting your shoes right inside this part, and we're going to put the lid, and we're going to just put a line and put the lid. See the I in the middle? O, I, D. And this is a box. Maybe we're going to put ties or socks in there. So we're going to make a longer strip, and this is the lid for that. O, I, D. Can you say that with me? O, I, D. Lid. Which one's your favorite lid? That one's my favorite. Okay, so we're going to turn the page. Now we have our colors of the rainbow. And page 6 has a little inchworm there. So these look very similar, but this one is more red. And our song goes, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Those are the colors of the rainbow. So I have a word list. I'm going to ask you, does the word itch start with, have an I in it? Itch. Yes, it does. So get your pencil, and we're going to circle I. Does the word in have I in it? Yes. So we're going to circle. Does the word insect have I in it? Yes. So we're going to circle this. Does the word bug have I in it? No. So that was a funny word to give you, wasn't it? What about the word pinch? Pinch. Do you hear I in the word pinch? Yes. And then, do you hear pick? Pick. Do you hear I in the word pick? Yes. So we're going to circle that one. The only one that didn't have I was the word bug. Okay. So now I'm going to read you some words. I'm going to say some words, and I want you to let me know if it sounds like I, ah, or ah. I, ah, or ah. The word ask. What vowel do you hear in ask? Let's circle ah for ask. So these are a review of some vowels. What about on? What vowel do you hear in on? You hear this one, ah. Okay. What vowel do you hear in, let me see, Indian, Indian. Here you go, you have the I for Indian. What vowel do you hear in the word animal? Animal. We hear av, right? Animal. What vowel do we hear in the word off? Off. Ah. For olive. I thought that would be a good pencil, but you might want to use a crayon. And then the last one, igloo. Igloo. What vowel do you hear for igloo? You hear the I for igloo. Good job. So now we're going to turn our page here. We have a snake. So page 7 has an igloo. We have a centipede, which should have 100 legs. We have a snail. We have our inchworm. Here is also a worm, the inchworm. I wonder if that would be the caterpillar. Caterpillar. And so here we have uppercase G, uppercase A, uppercase D, uppercase L, and uppercase I. And here we have lowercase l, lowercase I, lowercase a, lowercase d, and lowercase g. I'm going to see something here. So we're going to cut this out. We're going to cut our inchworm out on the dotted line. And let's clean it up. Cut this end off. Cut this end off. So the inchworm doesn't turn into a caterpillar. The inchworm you see under the ground in the dirt. But the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. The caterpillar goes onto your house, onto a tree, and it turns into a beautiful butterfly. So here's my inchworm. Let's just match the letters. Lowercase l, he's going to go over here. Lowercase I, he's going to go over here. Lowercase a, he's crawling up here to A, match A. Lowercase d is going to go right here. Lowercase g, he's going to match way over here. So there's nowhere to really glue him, but this is just, well, I know what we could do. We could glue him down here, and we're going to just connect the letters, okay? So get one of your colors. L is going to go over here. D is going to go here. I is going to go here. A is going to go here. And G is going to go all the way to the lowercase g. And it doesn't matter the order you do that in. It's just matching upper and lowercase letters. Okay, so now let's turn it over to page 8. So is has an I in it. Uppercase I for the beginning of a sentence. Lowercase I if the word is in the middle of the sentence. Dad is sad. So I'm going to still use my crayon because crayons are fun. Let's write is, dot your I, and which one is sad? This one. Because you see his tear. Doll is ill. So we're going to make our is. Which one is ill? This one. You see your floss letter, floss word. Dog is glad. Is glad. Which one looks glad? This one, because he has a bone. And if you want, you could scoop GL, because that's called a consonant blend. Go. Go add. Notice how every one of our sentences, we put a period at the end. That's very important for English. Dad is odd. He's odd because he has a mask. So we're going to circle that one. So here we're just going to write is, line with a dot, and review the S. Line with a dot, review the S. Line with a dot, review the S. Okay? Give yourself a happy face. Good job. Now we have instruments. Piano, guitar. That is a bass and a harmonica and a drum and a triangle. Here's our igloo. So have you ever heard chopsticks? That is played on the piano. If you have a piano in your home, ask your mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, or a family member to play it. My dad used to play the harmonica because you hold it right up to your mouth and you blow and you can have a sweet melody. This one, you get puffy cheeks. You go boom, 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 boom. Or this one would be, okay, so look, which one do we circle? It's not a trumpet. I think it's called a bass. Boom, 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 boom. Let's circle that. And then we have a drum and a triangle. A drum has two sticks. A triangle has like a little tinny bell sound with one stick. So which one goes? That is the drum. All right. So here, now we're going to start with this little girl down here is ill. Here is the word ill. It starts with an I, and it has two L's. The I is at the beginning of the word. Now, this word here, I want you to write dig. D-I-G. So D goes in the front, I is in the middle, and our G uses our C stroke, remember? Down and up. Dig. I in the middle, I in the front of the word ill. So here, we want to hear a sound of a ding, 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 ding. Sometimes they play this when it's dinner time. Let's put the triangle. And you could copy it right from that one. There's a triangle with a little stick. Makes a beautiful sound, almost like a bell. Let's turn the page. Now we're having some review of our other vowels. This is a hat. A is the vowel. What's the first and the last sound? H, A, T. H, A, T. When you sound it out, let's do the sounds. When you write the letters, we could say the letter names. This is a pig with I, P, I, G. P is P, I, G. Then we have a pot. Ah is our vowel. Pot. P, A, T. So we're going to put P, O, T. Pot. And we cook popcorn in a pot. Okay. So here we have a dog. What vowel is in dog? Ah. So you see how the artist circles out? I'm going to switch to my crayon and outline that better. This little boy is digging. Dig. So you hear that vowel I is I. This is a picture of a pin. What vowel do you hear? I. So we're going to circle I. This is a picture of a pan. What vowel do you hear? Ah. We're going to circle ah. This is a picture of a cat. Ah. We're going to circle A. This is a picture of a cot where you sleep when you go camping. Ah. Circle the O. Okay. Now let's go to the next page. Little boxes. And there's a lot of pictures down here. So here's I and here's ah. So this is review of words. Ah, I. This is an insect. So look at here. Olive, invitation, ostrich, igloo, inchworm, octopus. So if we hear ah, let's put a little circle. Ah, ostrich, inchworm, octopus. So if you hear I, let's put a little line. I, invitation, I, igloo, I, inchworm. When you do some marks like that, it's going to make your exercise easier. It'll help your memory, helps you with organization. So let's cut these out. I don't want to cut this because I'm going to put the pictures with ah in there. Okay, so when you cut your pictures, go ahead and cut on the dotted line. And then go ahead and cut on the dotted line again. Now, oops. Sorry about that. The pictures with an ah, with the little O, we're going to put over here. If they had a little I, we're going to put them up here. So we had 3 and 3. And you could say the names when you glue them on. So get our glue stick out again. I, invitation. Come to my party. I, inchworm. I, igloo. I. Okay? Like itch your hand. Ah for ostrich. Ah for olive. And ah for octopus. So the cool thing about vowels is they open up your mouth. Say ah, like you're at the dentist. Ah, say eh. They open up your mouth. If it's not a vowel, then it's a consonant. And you'll learn more about that later. So let's turn the page. Now this is very fun review. You could get a crayon or you can get your pencil. Now this bug is on the jar. This bug is in the jar, okay? So ah, make our C stroke, close it up. C stroke, close it up. Remember that? In is what uses I. Line and a dot. Okay, so here we have a bird. The bird is in the house. The bird is on the house. So let's make our uppercase I and a lowercase I. Make your uppercase O, close it up, lowercase o, on. The turtle is on the rock. The turtle is, or we could say on the rock, the turtle is in the water. So we're going to go ah for on, I for in. This is the same I like Indian. The dog is in the bed. The dog is on the bed. So in the bed, I, ah, make your O, make your C stroke and close it up. That's how you make a nice even O. Okay, so we cut that all out. So now we can turn the page. Here is the story of Star Maiden. So the story of Star Maiden, I have a reading. The teacher can read the book or your mom can read the book too, but this story is a little bit different. There's a little Indian maiden who's up in the sky, and the Indians are looking at the beautiful sky, and actually they see a star. In the star, now this is a pretend story. It's called fiction, which is fake. It's a folklore. It's just a story, pretend story. The Star Maiden comes to the man in a dream and says, I want to be on the earth where you guys live. It's so pretty and you guys are always having so much fun. And in the dream, the Star Maiden could be whatever she wanted to be. But when she came down here, it was too bumpy because the buffalo were making so much noise. She didn't like being here on the earth. So she went into an acorn. And she didn't like being in the acorn because it was so far away from everybody. But what she really liked was being in the lily pad. So she was in the lily pad because she could be by the people, and also all her other friends who were the other stars, Star Maidens, could come and be on the lily pad with her, and she wasn't alone. Now we have some comprehension questions. Where did the Star Maiden originally come from? She was in the star, okay? Stars in the sky. So, is this story about an elf, about a moon, or about a Star Maiden Indian? It's about a Star Maiden Indian. So, when the Star Maiden went into the web, and there was an animal making lots of noise, was it the horse? Was it the buffalo, or was it the snake? The buffalo made a lot of noise in the story. Then the Star Maiden looked for a second place to live, but it was too far away from the people. That was the acorn. And then finally, on the last line, we have the ladybug line. Where did the Star Maiden finally stay and could sleep and be by people? That was in the flower. Okay, those are the comprehension questions. Give yourself a big happy face if you got them right. Now here we're going to draw some pictures of these words. Can you draw a doll? Here's a floss word. Can you draw a doll? Let's just draw a head with two eyes and a little body. Can you draw what dig means? Dig is dirt. Here's a pile of dirt. And here's a shovel. with a handle. Dig. Can you draw a log? Ah, this is review of the O sound. A log goes like this, and then it just has like that. That's a log. Can you draw what represents ill? How about, here's a bed, and the girl's in bed, and she's sad. Sad. That's a short bed, isn't it? Okay, then we have a lid. We could have a pan, and the lid, gonna go right on top. That would be a lid. That's my lid. Next, we have gas. Remember the picture in previous stories? We had a gas machine where it had a pump. And people would grab that pump and put it in their car. Here are the prices. And here are other little words and everything on it. So that is drawing pictures, reading. So instead of seeing the picture and writing the word, you're looking at the word, telling me what it is. So last but not least, this just has a back page right here. Let me just see something real quick. And let's see, maybe an igloo. I don't know. So an igloo, look at this igloo in the front. See how it has the circles at the top and it has ice blocks in the bottom. So anyway, we could cut this out. We could just cut this piece off and make it be a little bit easier to work with. Kind of broke my own rule there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this off. Sorry about that. You know, when you draw, it's okay to look at another picture. So let's see how this igloo is. I'm going to get my black crayon and I'm going to copy it. I'm not going to trace it. I'm going to make a circle. And these are ice blocks. I'm going to do it again. And these are ice blocks. Then on the bottom, I'm going to go all the way across and make ice blocks. And then I'm going to go in the middle and just go like that. That's how they did it here. And I like to see how other people draw and model it. Now this can be an opening. We could cut on this dotted line and cut that out. Here is the opening for the igloo to come on in. Okay. So go back to the last page. Let's glue our igloo right here. So I'm going to just make a little dome like that and put my igloo right there. And I'm going to match the line on the red because now I'm going to practice writing. I, 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 I. We like to say the letter name when we write it. I. How is your eye looking? Pretty good? I. One more. Line and a dot. Good job. There we have I for Igloo. Remember our little inchworm in the front? And I hope you keep this book for a long, long time. It was very fun. And I'm going to stop my share. So parents, thanks for being with me. Teachers, thanks for being here. And thank you for subscribing. We'll have more videos up shortly. Bye-bye now.